Hello folks, as you can see we're here today at the Hong Kong Stadium, the venue for next week's Rugby Sevens tournament. This year there are many new and exciting changes, and without further ado I'd like to introduce the tournament operations director, Mr. Rod Mason, who is also a serving Hong Kong police officer. Hello Rod, welcome back to Police Report.
Good afternoon, John. Thank you.
Please tell us about this year's event.
Yes, this year the Cathay Pacific Hong Kong Bank International Rugby Sevens will take place on Friday the 22nd of March, Saturday the 23rd of March and Sunday the 24th of March. On Friday the gates will open at 1 p.m. with the first match kicking off at 4 p.m, while on Saturday and Sunday the gates will open at 7 a.m. with first matches kicking off at 9 a.m. The tournament continues to develop since it started back in 1976. And for the first time ever, we now have 28 teams competing in 2 independent competitions. One with the 16 World Series teams, and the second to identify 4 teams to be invited to the World Series qualification tournament to be held in London later this year. These 4 additional teams mean that we will have an increase to 70 matches over the 3 days, which I'm sure you can understand is a huge increase in time pressure over the event.
How does the increase in time pressure impact on the whole event?
Well, John, with the additional number of games, we have far less time to use over the weekend. That means that we have to strictly enforce all the stadium bylaws to make sure that we don't have people coming onto the pitch and disrupting the pattern of play. Hong Kong, as I'm sure you know, prides itself on being the jewel in the crown of the International Rugby World Sevens Series. We want to keep it that way, so we'll be sending the message to try and make sure people understand not to go onto the pitch.
Now, I understand that a number of forged tickets surfaced during last year's event.
Yes, that's correct, John. So this year, the organisers have incorporated a number of unique security features into the tickets that will assist security staff and the police to detect a forged ticket. So the best advice I can give anyone is don't buy a ticket from an unauthorised source. It could well be a very large waste of money, and you may not end up getting into the event if it is a forged ticket.
How about the actual behaviour of the public during the event, Rod?
Well, very good point, John. It is, of course, the biggest party in Hong Kong. And whilst we want everybody to enjoy themselves, we have to also ask people to be a little bit responsible, particularly when it comes to things like alcohol consumption. The police, in consultation with the event organisers, will target anybody underage trying to consume alcohol. That will make them liable to arrest, eviction, prosecution. We want to make this party fun. The South Stand, as you know, is for people over the age of 18. Again, that's to try and limit alcohol consumption. If we find people under the age of 18 using a false identification to try and enter the South Stand, they may be making themselves liable to prosecution.
Please also remember that significant road closures will be in effect around the stadium for the duration of the event, and it's highly advisable to take public transport. Please also be reminded of the no smoking policy throughout the stadium, apart from designated smoking areas. Finally, have fun and enjoy the event, but please act responsibly and safely all the time. Bye-bye.